Jalissa, hi. Can you tell me what's happening there? Yes, I just killed my daughter. How old is your daughter? 3.
How could she do this? Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get notifications anytime I go live and make a video. Make sure you still subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Also, text Tatum to 53445. Text Tatum to 53445 so we can stay connected. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like the merch, links are down below. This is a very, very sad story. And I know a lot of people may not want to hear me say this, but I think it's invaluable for me to point this out. And God did not make families to be run as single parent families. God did not intend for us to do this. Especially, God did not intend for families to be run as single mother families. Because if you look at any of the statistical data, single mothers, fatherless homes contribute to majority of the criminals, majority of people who are dealing with depression and suicide and dropouts and teen pregnancies. And it's nothing as an indictment against a specific person. It's just that God didn't intend for this to go this way, so things go astray. Now, I don't know how this happened. Shout out to my boy, the Right Wing Angel. Y'all need to go follow him on social media. He always have the best stories that are out there. But I don't know what happened in this situation specifically. But this lady calls 911 admitting that she killed her daughter and ended up going to jail over it. And now she's facing charges, potentially life in prison, the death penalty, which if she got the death penalty, I'm not going to argue with that, for what she did. But let me let you play I'm going to let you hear the 911 call. I'm going to let you hear some of what the news said. And then we're going to continue to explain why this is so troubling and, in my opinion, avoidable.
So, hi. Can you tell me what's happening there? Yes, I just killed my daughter.
This is for educational purposes. Just want to let you know.
How old is your daughter? 3.
So hard to believe. Jalissa Baxter faced a judge this morning just one day after police say she repeatedly stabbed her 3-year-old daughter. CBS 4's Chelsea Jones was there and joins us now with what happened in the courtroom.
Jalissa Baxter faced a judge this morning, making her first appearance in charges related to the murder of her daughter. She stood there seemingly emotionless. Let's get you to some videos so that you can take a look for yourself. She is facing murder and aggravated child abuse charges only one day after police say she stabbed her 3-year-old, killing her. You can see Baxter right here being booked into the Dade County Jail after the gruesome details outlined in arresting documents. They reveal that Baxter attempted to first strangle her daughter. Once she was unsuccessful, she then stabbed the little girl several times. The details of what went down in that North Miami Beach apartment are chilling. Police say when they arrived, they found Jalissa in her white robe with the body of her child nearby and also the weapon used not too far away as well. Now, Baxter's Instagram account is filled with pictures of her and her daughter. She identifies as Aria. She talks about how much she loves her, and there are also other posts, though, that detail battles that she's endured.
Now, let me get into this because there's a multiple different fronts, and I think that Right Wing Angel touched on a few of them in his description here, but there's things that are going on multiple fronts. You know, this is the culture of young women being taught, misled, misguided into having children with men that they are not married to, or men that are not shown a propensity to become faithful, is where we should be talking to our young women about these things. It's cute to say, and I see women do this all the time. I don't need no man. This me and my baby, we out here surviving. We don't need her daddy. And then they deal with the trauma and reality of single parenthood, and it becomes too much to bear. But you can't say that as a young woman with a child, because posting pictures like this make you seem like you got it all together and you're a mama bear and you're doing it and we out here surviving together. But instead of trying to get help, instead of involving the baby daddy, you rather put on a front and do this. I'm not saying specifically this woman is doing it, but this typically happens. And then there's turmoil and destruction happening on the inside. Because when you got a kid, it's hard to get a man who want to take care of some other man kid. And especially if you have a bad relationship or you have a tumultuous relationship with baby daddy, the another man don't want that drama. And then what does it do? Leave you lonely and all of the above. But it's very sad that we see these things happening because it's avoidable. We should stop telling kids, go Planned Parenthood and all this other stuff, or telling you single motherhood is the way to go. We need to tell our young women to make better decisions on the front end, or the back end, you would call it, with no pun intended. Make better decisions on the back end so that they don't end up in these situations. Now, I don't know what her thing was. I don't know if she took this kid's life because she had an instant fit of rage. Maybe she had another kid, had an abortion, and she's dealing with post-traumatic stress. I mean, or in some cases, I'm not saying this is her, but in some cases, women use these kids as such a leverage tool and to become vindictive. And so I would not be surprised if she didn't kill her kid to get back at the baby daddy. I'm just throwing it out there, because some of these women don't really want the kid. They wanted to control the man with the kid, and the man ain't being controlled. Now they stuck with a kid that they don't really want, and they can't leverage the kid. What do? They try to do things to hurt the father. And I'm not saying this is her, because she seemed like she loved her kid, so I don't know why she would do something like this. But there are cases where they try to do something to hurt the father. Since you can't hurt him by keeping him from him, you can't hurt him because he didn't moved on. What do? You know, if you kill his kid, he's going to be destroyed, and that's the ultimate I got back at you. Because she don't care about her life. Obviously, she went to prison. But it's very unfortunate. Now, I'm going to say this for the 5th time. I don't know if this is her situation. I'm speaking of things that I know that have happened and typical behavior of women in these particular situations. As you notice, I ain't bringing color up because this happened with all kinds of people. But it's very unfortunate and it's very sad that this young girl had to die a brutal death like that because of trauma that people are passing down from generation to generation. And I would argue that this young lady probably didn't have her father in her life. And the little girl didn't have a father in her life, because this would not happen, in my opinion. If the woman in here had a father in her life, and that the young baby had her father in her life, we won't see things like this happening. And it's a generational cycle. I would almost argue it's a generational curse, where you have people who have trauma, who then meet people with trauma, who then have children delivering trauma, and then it's just a cycle of trauma passed down through generations. But anyway, y'all comment in the comment section. It's very sad. You know, I don't know who to help here, right? I mean, she's finna go to prison for the rest of her life. The baby is dead. Maybe if the father came out and said, hey, man, you know, this is the truth. This is what happened. I need help. We need to, you know, have a funeral. You know, maybe I could find a way to help out this family. But this is very sad, unfortunate, and it happens all too often in single mother homes. I'm just stating the facts. Don't get mad at me. Don't kill the messenger. Do better. Like and subscribe to the channel. Get the merch in the carousel at the bottom. Also text Tatum to 53445. I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.